What is up, dudes and dudettes? You've probably realized from the title, but today we are turning our flower power up to 11 and redesigning all the pretty colors of this beautiful world. Cue that intro music.
Alright, hopping straight into it, we got the poppy, the wither rose, the tulip, and the cornflower. The poppy after this time lapse I make slightly shorter because I thought it looked unnaturally tall and it looks really weird. The wither rose throughout this time lapse, you can probably see my struggle trying to make it look like a skull and utterly failing. I think it ends up kind of looking like a dead mini mangrove tree at the end. I'm not completely happy with it and I may end up changing this in the future. I think my favorite flower out of all the flowers I did, not just these four, is the tulip. I just think it looks really nice, even in all its color variants. The cornflower, while I don't think I was able to make it look any more realistic than Minecraft did, I think I did a pretty good job changing it to a 32 by 32 tile set. Alright, next up we have what I like to call the lollipop flower, otherwise known as the alum or the ornamental onion. We also have the simple dandelion, the lily of the valley, and the blue orchid, the latter of which I don't think translates to Minecraft all that well, and it looks kind of out of place. Minecraft's flower choices seem to be kind of random and all over the place. Alright, next up we have the Azure Bluette and the Oxeye Daisy, the former of which I think I made look a little too much like a cotton plant, but I'm happy with it nonetheless. The Oxeye Daisy happens to be one of my favorite flowers out of the bunch, besides obviously the previously stated tulip, though it also kind of just looks like an egg on a stick. Alright, moving on to the 2-block flowers, here we have the rose bush, which I think I did an okay job with, though I also think it kind of just looks like a tomato plant. Moving on, we have the sunflower, which I think ends up being my favorite out of all the 2-block flowers. I just think it's the one that looks the nice out of the bunch. I will say that after this time lapse, I did do some slight modification. I made the flower a little bit bigger because once I put this one in game, the flower looked ridiculously small and it just didn't look right, so I did change it after the fact. Alright, now here we have the lilac, which I honestly believe is the worst out of all the flowers I made. I do not like it. I'm probably gonna change it. No, I'm 100% probably gonna change it in the future. I just don't think it looks right. At one point, I honestly think it looks more like a grape plant than a lilac flower, but I digress. You can tell me what you think in the comments, but to be honest, I'm not happy with this one. Alright, our last flower that I'm covering today is the peony, which I think ended up looking pretty decent, though I will say the color scheme of this one is slightly odd because it's way more pastel than all the other ones, and I'm not sure if I like that or not. I also want to apologize because I actually only recorded the bottom half of this being made. Sorry. I think the biggest struggle with this one is trying not to make it look like a Christmas tree. At least that's what I struggled with the most, because I think it looks like a Christmas tree for a long time. Till I kinda fix it. And then it looks like a weird bush. Alright, here's all the flowers in game. And now for the 2-block flowers. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed this video, please tell me what your favorite flower was down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.